Good morning, YouTube. I'm rolling out of Amazon. Probably my shortest shift here ever. It's 5:34 a.m. and it felt like a long time. Just to be completely clear, I was dragging. Didn't want to be here. Didn't want to be anywhere else. One of those kind of days. So Wednesday, August 10th, 2022, 5:34. I think I just said that. I do like that it's
a huge problem in the valley, and if you're worried about yours being stolen, there's something you could do to possibly get it back.
We're talking about stolen cats.
The Attorney's Office and Tempe Police Department are offering a free etching service for your catalytic converter.
On Sunday, people can come out and have
because the people that steal them check them to see if they're etched first. Right.
So that if it is stolen, it can be traced back to the
But it probably won't be.
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says the etching will also make it easier to convict thieves who steal them. You can get your converter etched
stuff like that. Just is a head roller for me. Then again, like, nobody's really looking to steal a catalytic converter off of a Saturn. From what I hear, the ones that are worth the big money are the ones on Toyota Priuses.
Bursting into flames on the 91 freeway in Corona, California. Surveillance cameras
bursting into flames.
A single-engine plane dropping from the sky, careening into.
Okay, so much bad news. I'm just gonna turn that down. So anyway, yeah, short shift. I mean, God, going through the like, it's not that I wasn't working, because I was working, but more than normal, just sort of going through the motions up in there. Like you said, he was labor tracking me as a water spider, which I think was more about like an excuse to not send me over fluid, because I don't want to be in fluid. But most of the time I was just on the line throwing stuff, just sort of drifting around. Yeah, didn't really stack pallets like I normally do. I just didn't have that much energy in me today. Let's check the traffic.
Yeah, Jim, really only have one freeway incident to let you know about it. That's south of our East Valley, the eastbound 202. We've got a crash off right in between McKellips and Brown Road. Just took a look at it.
Oh, that's Mesa, not my problem.
On scene out there, looks like a couple of cars involved. It is off right, so traffic is getting by on the left, so no real issues out there. And the rest of the Valley Freeway is looking good as well. Southbound I-17, that earlier slowing right there at Van Buren around the Durango curve, that is cleared up. Eastbound I-10.
It's kind of nice driving out of here and not having the sun right in my eyes. I've kind of gotten accustomed to driving this way, and I don't think I've run video when I've driven this way very often. Normally, I think when I drive this way, I'm not shooting video, but so I don't know if y'all noticed the one, two, gotta remember it's the third one, Garfield Street is the one that goes through. Yeah, because everybody gets off at Amazon at the same time, there's so many people coming out of that 2-lane road trying to turn left from Roosevelt onto 75th Avenue, that there's the backup to turn left there is always pretty ridiculous, and no exception today, which is why I just went the straight lane past all of that and went this direction. And I don't know if this is faster than waiting through that. I'd just rather not sit in that long line of cars. I just don't like sitting in long lines of cars. That's what that's about. I'd rather just be driving 25 miles per hour down a back road like this. This guy's doing.
Last month it was up 12.3% year over year, the highest number for any large-size metro area in the country. But one more time, 8.5% rise in July for the Consumer Price Index. Inflation up less than expected.
Well, I was doing 25. I had to slow down to near stop because of that guy.
Actually, the Dow jumping nearly 400 points in overnight trading.
So Priscilla said she's on a different schedule. She, I'm not sure what time she got off yesterday, but she did climb in bed with me at a time I'm not accustomed to her climbing into bed with me, which would have been like before I would have had to leave by bus, which of course I didn't leave because I was tired and just just didn't feel like going into work. It's kind of how I've been feeling lately. I'm just exceptionally kind of jaded with how the whole, hey, we'll investigate you, you'll take a little class, and you'll be back to driving a forklift thing. And it seemed like everybody was on that, 2 weeks ago, and now it just seems like no one gives a shit anymore. And it's like I've been forgotten, like I don't matter. And the more I think about it, I'm just like, not so thrilled about the job anymore since that happened. So, I don't know, probably it's time to start farting around on recruiting websites and just looking for other jobs. At least now I can be a little more picky, But it's, I don't know, I hear there's a lot of warehouse jobs that are starting at like between $19 and $22 an hour, so why should I still be here making $19.75 after a raise? Give me a break. Wondering if they're gonna, just looking at empty promises and platitudes. But hey, they gave me another free shirt today. Whoop-de-doo. I'll take the shirt, thank you, but cost of living raise would be a whole lot nicer. See what this guy on the right thinks he's doing. Guess he was in a big hurry to get past me so he could tailgate that truck. Yeah, this is nice having the sun below the horizon on this drive. When I had my car before, it's been, God, it feels like it's been forever, but in reality, I guess it's probably only been about 3.5 weeks since I've had my car. But yeah, before I definitely was driving with the sun in my eyes on this stretch, and this is a lot nicer. Cooler, the air feels good though. Got nice working air again.
We're known for our beautifully crafted jewelry and having the best timepiece selection in the valley. Time and time again, our customers choose Oliver Smith Jeweler for our excellent reputation, the expertise of our staff, and our longevity.
Eager to empty my mailbox. It's been over 3 weeks since I've emptied my mailbox, and one of the things that I know is in there is a car stereo wire harness adapter. So yeah, definitely a project I want to get working on is getting a better car stereo in this. I've got the stock stereo, which is kind of with the clock that doesn't keep time very well, and the CD player that doesn't play CDs anymore. So, and the auxiliary end that works, but is at a low level on a lot of my devices.
Here is John Roller. Yeah, only a couple issues on the main lines, and they're not too bad, Jim. We're still looking at that crash in the Far East Valley. This is going to be the eastbound 202 right in between Brown Road and McKellips. A fire is still on scene. Looks like a couple of cars off right there. So we do have a little bit of a curiosity factor, but right now all lanes are getting by on the left-hand side. So keep an eye out for that one if you're heading in from the East Valley. Also, we have a disabled vehicle way up in the North Valley, northbound I-17, right at the Dove Valley off-ramp. It's blocking the center lane. We've also got some surface street crashes in Scottsdale, 126th Street in Shea, and a crash on Cerebral Avenue north of DMC 85, way out in the West Valley. John Roller, KTAR News.
The high today, 102 with a 20% chance of rain. A few clouds today. A few clouds tonight with a 30% chance of rain and a low of 84. Tomorrow's high 104 with partly cloudy skies and a 40% chance of rain. Your weather's brought to you by Howard Air. Arizona's morning news. News Flash.
I'm Jamie West. Here's what you need to know right now. Border agents near Nogales.
Not sure why I'm even running video today. I don't really have a lot on my mind.
Meanwhile, the chief of the Nogales Police Department is reporting.
I don't know. I found out that the manager I talked to yesterday that I thought might actually make some positive changes. It seemed like he was concerned about me getting back into a forklift, and seemed like he was thinking about how stupid the policy of being penalized for an hour when you're 5 or 10 minutes late. Come to find out, I guess tomorrow was his last day. He's going on to a better job somewhere else, which I don't know. That seems to be the thing to do. Like, if I want a better job, no point in waiting in Amazon for promotions or raises. It just seems to be more likely just go somewhere else.
A whole bunch of stuff.
This thing's vibrating quite a bit.
5% in July from a year ago. Yep, that's up. And up pretty significantly, but at a slowing pace from the previous month when we, set a 40-year high for year-over-year inflation numbers. Now, this was due largely to a drop in gasoline prices. Gas prices fell 7.7% last month. As a broad category, energy prices were down 4.6%.
Yeah, these figures on how they figure out what inflation is. It's so arbitrary. Because everything's like the inflation on different things is different. Like gas prices have gone down. But last month I haven't been buying gas, so that hasn't been a factor for me. But food prices have definitely been a factor. Food's way up, and there we go. Shelter costs, rent's going up. Now I've got lucky; my rent didn't go up too much, but Priscilla sure did. No, I guess technically mine has gone up because I'm no longer going to be getting half the rent from her. But I think it'll be worth every penny for peace of mind. And the peace of mind of not having to deal with her in my space and being able to go back to hopefully just getting the place clean. I mean, it looks like right now she's making pretty much zero effort to clean or pack up her stuff. And I did kind of call her out on it yesterday. Or maybe it was the day before. Anyway, she said she gets the keys to her place on Friday. She's already signed the lease. I asked her where it is. She won't tell me. Okay, yeah, whatever.
The estimates they thought it was going to be up 6.1%. So, good news.
Okay, good riddance. Bye.
Good trading right now. Jim Cross just let me know. Mark is up 400 points.
Yeah.
She's pretty much said she's taking the cats with her, but it's funny the cats are back right now, which really makes me wonder where they were for the whole time they were gone. Gosh, if only they could talk.
S&P is up 68 right now, and the
person would be inclined to say, "Hey, who do you want to stay with?" And I'm sure their only answer would be, "Don't care, feed me."
So this is going to be a positive effect. Now, we'll see what happens later on when investors get an opportunity to really dig into the details of the report, because they're looking for clues as to what the Federal Reserve is going to do. Because when the Federal Reserve raises their interest
I'm as
rates,
sleepy as I am, as much as I slept in. I don't really know what I slept though. Yesterday was just weird. I mean, yesterday I was late getting home because of
reduced inflation, and if the Federal
that guy I don't even think had a blinker on. He has changed lanes right in front of me.
Inflation is slowing.
And changed lanes again. And turned on his blinker after he had already changed lanes. That's helpful. That's all in a Prius.
Okay, we might need to do another 0.75% increase, which is what we've seen the last two rounds, which is very high, and I don't think we've seen two back-to-back meetings of the Fed where they've risen interest rates by that much back-to-back meetings in decades.
Lane ending.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't see the lane ending, but there was definitely a lane ending sign there.
Take a look at these numbers from the federal government.
I'm getting over just in case.
They're pretty positive about this. I think they're thinking
So, as much as I enjoy taking the rapid bus, this right here is why when I have a car I don't bother with it. It's 5:48 right now. That rapid bus isn't leaving for another 10 minutes. And I'm already to the point where the rapid bus gets off the freeway. I mean, don't get me wrong, love riding the rapid bus, but it's just too much quicker to drive. And that's just the way this city is. And I don't know that anything will ever change that. I don't think there's anything that can be done to make I mean, and this is something urbanists, I'm using the term urbanist with air quotes. The people that are really pro-transit like to say is say, well, the solution to get people to be more pro-transit is to make it more inconvenient to drive. I don't say that that's a good thing to do. I mean, maybe in some areas, but I mean, why cripple an already functional street system, at least freeway system? I mean, I can certainly see the reason for making Phoenix Stroads a little less scary for pedestrians and for cyclists.
Which was first introduced here in the U.S. in 1980, is one of the best-selling game franchises ever.
The air conditioning is actually cold in here right now. I gotta turn it off.
And Beyonce is once again queen of the music charts. Her new song, Break My Soul, is now #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart.
Wow, Beyonce has a #1 song right now. I didn't even know it existed.
Back in 2008 with her hit, Single Ladies.
That makes me feel like I'm really not that valid as a DJ anymore. Although my show is still going great. I mean, I had that crowd dialed in. But the reality is that it's an older crowd that's really not that in tune to new music. So.
As we get a little closer to the 6 o'clock hour, we are starting to see a little buildup in volume on the eastbound I-10.
So I don't know what that left lane ending sign was about. I did not see any left lane in. Back over in it, and then to the carpool exit because I'm obviously getting to it before 6. So Priscilla said she was starting at 6 o'clock. No, I think she said she was starting at 5:30. She was actually texting me yesterday while I was riding the bus. That was nice. That was one of the things that Crystal did in that short time we were together that I really liked. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would much rather be, climbing in bed with her for some morning nookie after work. But rather than getting home to find she's already at work. But I don't know. I have my car again. Like now, it's a feasible option to go to the bar for liquid breakfast. In fact, right now, I think I'm ahead of the bar even opening. Yeah, the bar's not going to open for like another 10 minutes.
Has your roof been inspected lately? Dave Ramsey here. Talk about our friends at Trayvak Roofing. Don't be the person with the bucket in their living room.
I think I'm just going home. Just climb in bed and relax. I don't know how much sleep I got yesterday, but it was definitely erratic. As I said, got home late because of taking the different bus route to avoid the mud on 9th Avenue. All these guys in a hurry to pass on the right. When I got home, Priscilla was already at work, yakking in my daughter's room. She has been making an effort to be a little less loud and to close the doors so I could be in my room, not hearing her. And yeah, I laid in my room, but I just could not get to sleep. I mean, I did get breakfast, so ate my breakfast. Got breakfast at Burger King yesterday. I ate my breakfast and kind of sorted some stuff that I brought home with me, and I just was farting around online, and I don't know, I just couldn't get to sleep. Like I don't even think. I mean, at some point I did get to sleep, but I don't think it was until afternoon. I had an alarm. I had an alarm set for like 3:15, and then another one set for a little bit after 4. And at one point I woke up and I shut off the one, hoping I would wake up at 4, and then it seems like Priscilla joined me in bed around 3 something. And that was kind of a tease, which got kind of frustrating. And I was so tired, I ended up going back to sleep. And at one point, she's like, "Well, aren't you going to work?" I'm like, "No, don't feel like it." It's like, I got UPT, may as well use it. reminds me, I think I clocked in at like 102 or 103. I gotta make sure I use that get that in the app, that 3 minutes, that 3 minutes of PTO, so I don't get docked a whole hour of UPT for that 3 minutes or whatever it was. I'm sure Amazon will try to do that to me if it don't. Oh, and there is the sun. Yikes, right in my face. Oh, it does look cool coming over the rocks at Papago Park. Camelback Mountain right in front of us right now. I do dig living in this part of town and seeing the little hills and stuff, the hills and the mountains, and the near distance rather than just being a flat mess of nothing.
It is just a lingering effect from COVID, says the president's press secretary. That nagging cough that doesn't seem to go away.
He has an inhaler that he uses from time to time because he has.
Yeah, he's had that cough for the last like 3 years
experienced
or whatever.
Spokeswoman Corinne Jean-Pierre not offering any doctor updates about the president's health other than he's recovering, as most COVID patients do. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
KTAR eyes on immigration. In just 1 week, more than 1 million fentanyl pills were found at the border near Nogales.
Oh, damn.
The city's police chief Roy Bermudez tells Fox News special technology has been a big help, but agents are key.
However, the human factor still kicks in as far as to interviews and, stories that don't match what these people are saying as they cross the border, etc.
Fentanyl is small, easy to hide, and Bermudez says cartels are finding a multitude of ways to get it across the border. More on this story and the other contraband being stopped at the border coming up at 6.
Wow, I'm getting home before 6. That is so nice. Especially yesterday, considering I didn't get home until after 8.
Yeah, for the most part, it's been a fairly quiet morning on the Valley Freeways.
Car adding 2 hours to my life, 2 hours to my sleep. It's a big deal. That's just in the morning. That's not counting what it's adding in the afternoon. So I do believe school is in session now. That's how the school zone signs up. School zone signs up off to the left on Palm Lane. So I'm just about home. It's 5:56 right now. So yeah, I'm definitely making it home before 6. God, I've missed my car. It's like I just being back behind the wheel of the car. Like I feel human again. Just walking in this city. There's nothing like walking around Phoenix to make you feel less than human. Anyway, thanks for coming with me on the drive. Sorry, I'm just rambling and not making a lot of sense this morning. But it feels so good to be back in my car.